What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another abnormal tutorial. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my own personal ring muscle up step-by-step tutorial. So let's get straight into it. Before you start learning the ring muscle up, you have to be comfortable with normal muscle ups on the bar. The rings intensify every single exercise, so if you can't do muscle ups on the bar, make sure you perfect those first. Now, there are different ways to execute the ring muscle up. You can also use momentum and perform a kipping muscle up as seen in CrossFit, but me personally, I prefer to use proper strength, and we can do that by using the false grip. In order to create the false grip, we can do this by overpronating our hands. So this is going to place a lot of pressure on our wrists, but over time, as you practice the movement, they will strengthen. As you can see in the video, the hand is positioned at the bottom of the hand close to the wrist. Now, if you don't have the false grip, as you can see, your wrist simply doesn't have enough flexibility to push yourself over. So you really want to over pronate and grab onto the rings like so. So you can see that your hand has to rest on that bottom part. So it's a really thin bit of muscle that's supporting your whole body weight. So this is why the ring muscle up places a lot of stress on your wrists, and you have to condition them. So doing exercises where you're simply just standing on your 2 feet and just turning the rings in and out in that false grip will help condition and strengthen your wrists. A common mistake people make is losing the false grip. So as you can see in that transition phase, as you're coming up, people lose the false grip, and now your wrist simply cannot push yourself over. Try not to push yourself over, because then you're just going to cause yourself injury. Just return to the false grip position and start again. By changing the height of the rings, we can make the exercise harder or easier. So by doing seated muscle ups, it's a regressed version of the actual ring muscle up, but you get to have the actual feel of the movement. So it's really useful to perform. Remember to use less of your legs and momentum as you get stronger. And again, if you want to challenge yourself more, just place the rings a bit higher up. Technique wise, you want to make sure that you keep the rings close to your body. If you have them further out, it will be really hard for you to transition, okay? So as you pull up, you want to keep the rings close to your body, and then in that transition phase, as you're coming over the rings, you want to turn the rings out. So as you can see here, I turn the rings out, and as I come back down, I keep the rings close to my body. Once you're comfortable with those, another great variation is just placing the rings higher and doing assisted muscle ups. So you can either jump into these or just give yourself a little bend at the knee for assistance and just perform the muscle up. Looking at the technique again, just make sure when you're a bit higher up that you're careful on the way down. You don't want to just jerk and suddenly injure yourself by coming down too fast. Take the time, take it nice and slow. If you can't come down fully on the way down, just do exactly what I did and drop off. Another great way to strengthen your false grip is to do false grip rows. So with this technique, again, it's going to place a lot of stress on your wrist. You may be able to only do a couple of reps, but that's still good enough. I'm not going fully all the way down. Just make sure that you're always having your biceps tensed, coming up and down with the movement. Now, I'm focusing a lot on false grip strength because I can't stress enough, without it you cannot muscle up. So this is an assisted hang which you can perform, even placing your feet like this and just holding that false grip. I know it doesn't look tough, but it's bloody effort, I'm telling you now. Again, you can do the same progression, having the arms slightly bent and just hanging from those rings. Now, some of these exercises may be easier or harder for certain individuals, so just pick maybe 1 or 2 of these exercises that you feel you can perform and it will kind of test you, and just do around maybe 2-3 sets, doing as many reps as you can or as long as you can hold till failure really. I would suggest practicing the ring muscle up 3 to 4 times a week, but as always, if you're feeling fatigued, make sure you rest, and vice versa. If you're feeling undertrained, then train more. Ring pull-ups are a great way to strengthen those back muscles required for the muscle up. As you can see here, I'm keeping that retracted scapula. Very important when it comes to harder exercises such as ring muscle ups. When on pull-ups, you're gonna have to have a strong back. If you're struggling to stabilize yourself in the rings, the ring support hold is a great exercise to do. Make sure you keep the rings turned out. And the same with ring dips. When you come down with ring dips, you want to make sure you always turn the rings out. This is just going to get you used to the actual perfect form of the muscle up. Because as you come up, you want to turn those rings out. And same with a negative. Make sure you take your time, really work on the quality of each repetition. Going through the transition, making sure that you do turn those rings out and turn them back in. Negative ring muscle ups basically means you have the ring muscle up clocked. As you can see, as I come down, you're keeping the rings close into your body. Like always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, most importantly subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next week with another video. Peace.